Hello everyone, Lisa here. Welcome to What's Crafting Wednesday. On Wednesday this week. I hope everyone had a great day. Was it super gorgeous today or what? Loved today. Wish every day could be like that. Okay everyone, you know the drill. Let's jump right into the drawing for last week's cards. Oh my goodness, I had such great feedback on these cards. I'm so happy that you liked them. This was my sample. I had the blue one ready, and then during live, I did the pink one. So let me get my bag and my tickets and get all my names in here. All right, everyone, good luck. Mix them up a little more. And I have a ticket, and the lucky winner is Judy. Well, congratulations, Judy. Thank you, everyone, for your comments. Okay, so since last week's cards had such great feedback, I thought I would just continue this week with baby cards again. Little interesting fact, in case you did not know, August is the most popular birth month. So statistically, these cards will be coming in handy soon. Another little fact, I had to look this up. I already knew August was a popular birth month because, hey, that's my birth month. February is the least popular birth month. So just a few little fun facts for you. You never know when you might need that information. Okay, so this week's card, again using the Cutest Onesie bundle, the stamp set, and the dies. And I'm also using the new Party Alphabet dies. These just came out in the new annual catalog. I have not even mounted them on the magnetic sheets yet, but they're nice big size dies. It's a 2-sheet die set, and these are sold individually, and they're also sold as a bundle with the banner dies, and I used those a few weeks ago to make a shaped card during Facebook Live. Okay, I will get this out of the way, and just like last week, I have the baby boy card as my sample, and we will be making a baby girl card tonight. So I have my basic white envelope. I have 2 pieces, yes, 2, because I do have all of my components this week, not like last week where I was off in another world, I guess. I have 2 pieces of basic white, 4 by 5 1/4, one for the front layer and one for the inside of the card. I have strawberry slush. It is 8 1/2 by 5 1/2, and we will be scoring this at 4 1/4. Quickly fold it and give it a good crease. Now I have already pre-die cut everything that we'll be using. We will be using Strawberry Slush ink as well, and the 2005 to 2007 in color flat pearls for embellishing. And let me get all of my die cut pieces here and bring them out. Okay, I have used the In Color DSP and the cardstock for cutting the letters, sorry. And I'm going to offset the DSP letter onto the cardstock letter. It's not really necessary. You could use just the DSP letter, but I just thought it gave it an extra little touch. So we're just going to glue these together. I'm just slightly offsetting it. And all of these pieces that I die cut for the letters and for the little embellishments here, they were all scraps that I had. So I didn't even take out anything new to cut those. They actually were all scraps I had lying around from my in color card class. So it does pay to hold on to your scraps. You never know when you will need them. Let's see, I'm just putting it just with a little overlay so you can see the card stuck a little to the left. And just a little bit of glue. Normally I probably would have done this card maybe in Pretty in Pink, most likely Pretty in Pink, but I wanted to use the same DSP for both cards. But I think the DSP with the strawberry slush softens the strawberry slush and does make for a nice baby card. Stuck there. Okay, now the way I did this was I just placed my letters on here first so that I could do my little bit of stamping. Just so I had everything in the right place. Okay, now I'm using Strawberry Slush ink. Oh, I forgot to put my little embellishments down as well. I have the rattle, and I have that adorable little hanger again. I should be using my tweezers. Much easier for me to craft with my tweezers. And then my little alphabet letters here. Space them out a little bit. So on the boy card, just like last week, I stamped the stars. And for the girl card this week, I'm going to stamp the hearts. Okay, so I just put some around the embellishments. Okay. And now I'll take everything off and I will glue the layer onto the card. And then we'll start adding everything on. You could have just stamped hearts randomly also and the stars randomly, but I decided to just specifically place them amongst the letters and the embellishments. Now I did pop the letters up, so let me get my dimensionals here. And I'll use some strips. And then I'll use some individual ones as well. Are you shocked that's all I'm using? Remember, we always use all of our craft supplies, so using the edges of the dimensionals so that you have no waste. And cut some more here. So I hope everyone uses the edges of their dimensionals. I like to use them for things like this where you have longer pieces to put on. That one there. I'm going to put just a little one in the middle there. Okay. And now the Y. Now the Y I have to watch because I don't want to put a dimensional there yet. I'll do that at the end. And how do I know? Because when I made the sample, I put the dimensional over a little too far and I had to carefully pull it off and put it back down. Well, luckily I was able to do that without damaging the letter. Okay. I do just like to place them again. One there, and my B up there. Okay, so let's get started peeling off all these backings. All right, so tell me, anyone surprised I'm not using more dimensionals? The A a little bit. I do love my dimensionals. As anyone that knows me or has been watching me knows, I do love to use the dimensionals. I mean, of course, you don't have to be this particular when you make the card. But it really doesn't take much more time to just be a little extra careful and try with your placement. Okay, almost done with this. What I did do on the sample in the end, I did put a little glue up there to hold it down onto there. Okay, perfect. So, you just get a little glue on here, and slide it under there. Okay, and then all our little embellishments here, I glued these down. Mainly because the letters were so small, I figured it was easier to just glue them than to try and cut the dimensionals and the glue dots. But popping them up would have been nice as well. I do think, though, with having them flat, it does make the letters stand out more, having them popped up. So this onesie set is just so cute. And it's actually a very reasonable bundle also. I was looking at the onesie die and I was thinking, you know, I think that could even be used as a t-shirt. You could die cut it and then cut it down on the bottom and use it as a t-shirt. Maybe one week we'll try that on a card. Okay. And now we have the inside, which I kept very simple this week. I just stamped congratulations with a couple of stars. So we will do congratulations with a couple of hearts. just going to wipe this off. I got a lot of ink on it. Okay. And we'll just add this on the inside. Then we have a couple of embellishments for the front, a little bit of bling. Little funny story, when I was making the sample, I mean, with the hearts it's a lot easier because you see the direction, but with the stars, so I was making the sample and I wanted to make sure that after I placed everything, that I put my matte layer down the right direction. So I thought I had, and I went to put my letters down and it didn't fit over here. I'm like, oh my goodness, I put this upside down, this and that. When I realized I was trying to place an A there instead of a Y. Yeah, just a little confusion. Now for this envelope here, I did 3 stars, so I think I will do 3 hearts. Cute. And then we just need to add a few pearls here. One up on the B and one over there, and then we'll put one down on the bottom. Okay, my crafty friends, how about that for a quick card? Okay, so do let me know in the comments what you think about tonight's cards. Let me know if this is something you would make. I mean, these letters are just going to be so useful in my craft stash. I think there's just so much you can do with them. Banners, of course, but cards. So I think we'll be using these a little more often in our Facebook Lives as well. I have a couple of other ways to show you how to use them that I hope in my upcoming weeks that you will enjoy. Okay, everyone, you know the drill. Leave me a comment. Get entered in the drawing next week for these 2 cards. Let me know what you think about them, the colors, the bundle I used. Let me know what you think about these new alphabet dies. Okay, everyone, I wish you a wonderful and crafty week. Don't forget about a couple things going on right now. One is the sweet special. Any sweets or items from sweets are buy one, get a second for half price, and they can be mixed and matched, doesn't have to be from the same sweet. And also the virtual scrapbook album retreat. That will be in July. Stampin' Up! Will be doing it virtually for 3 evenings, and I will be doing it for a weekend in person, live with me. Okay, everyone, enjoy your week, get crafty, get inky, send me those pictures, and be back here next Wednesday. Okay, everyone, thanks. Bye.